Hello everyone. Another interview question. Explain Spring and SpringBoot annotations. This is very important interview question, and each annotation is also a separate interview question or concept. This was asked in multiple MNC companies. First one, athlete component. Mark classes that should be discovered and registered as beans. Next one, athlete bean. A bean in an object that managed by Spring IOC container. Next one, athlete service. Used to mark class as a service layer bean. Next one, athlete repository. Used to define a DAO or persistent layer component. Next one, athlete controller. Used to define controller class that handles web request. Next one, athlete rest controller is a combination of athlete controller and plus athlete response body. Next one, athlete controller marks the classes as a Spring MVC controller. Next one, athlete response body. Ensure that returns values of methods are written directly to the HTTP response body. Next one, athlete auto-write. Injects dependency by the constructor or setter or field types. Athlete value. Used to inject values into the fields by taking key and gets the value from the properties file or YAML file. Athlete configuration. Athlete configuration in Spring marks the classes as configuration classes. Athlete component scan. When Spring starts, it scans the specified packages and their subpackages. Athlete scope. A bean scope determines how many instances of a bean are created and how long they live in Spring container. By default, Spring beans are singleton. This is very important. What is the scope of Spring default scope? So singleton scope. Athlete profile used to define which beans are configuration should be loaded for a specific environments. Athlete transactional can declare to the method so that executes completely, then commits, or fails, then rollbacks to maintain data integrity. Athlete controller advice used to handling global exceptions in Spring Boot. This is also very important, can be asked separate interview question. Athlete qualifier to tell Spring Boot which beans should be auto-write when two beans with the same time. This is also very important. Athlete Spring Boot annotation. Athlete Spring Boot application. This is a combination of three annotations: athlete enable auto configuration plus athlete configuration plus athlete component scan. So this is used for enable Spring Boot auto configuration mechanism. It comes in the Spring Boot application. And last one, athlete request mapping. When a request comes to this URL, execute this method. Thank you. For more Java interview questions and concepts, please follow Java with Surrender. Thank you.